I just wanted to get on here for a minute because a few of you are following and watching for my next video, and I appreciate that so much. But it's been a difficult week because I had um, two friends, casual friends, not real close to me, but died that I did feel sad about. And my brother-in-law, which hit me a lot harder. So I had three in 1 week, and that was Bob's brother. He was 6 years older than Bob. He's 76. He was 76. He just passed the other day. So I want to give a word out for him. He deserves it. Kenny was bipolar. He never knew it until he was probably in his 30s. I saw him in really bad depression. I saw him a little bit manic, I think. Um, but all in all, he had a really good personality, like his brother, and very friendly. He loved to tell his stories. He was he had a rough childhood because he was physically abused by his dad, used to beat him up. And um, he also he grew up in Jersey City, which is could be a pretty rough town, and he was street smart. He became a merchant marine and went to Vietnam. The family moved down to the Jersey Shore from Jersey City when he was in his late teens. Um, he made friends right away, and he had a lot of friends. He was a well-known face locally. He used to hang out at Johnny's, which was the local hangout. And he made a lot of friends, and I knew most of his friends. Um, he lived when Bob and I lived together before we got married, and until we moved to California. We lived in a place for 4 years on Atlantic Avenue between Liberty and Rockwell in Long Branch, New Jersey. And he lived right around the corner on Liberty Street. And he lived with two friends. Um, their backyard was on the river. And we used to go over and hang out. And he started doing stained glass, which he learned somehow that Tiffany style stained glass, what a lost art it was back in the 70s, is when he started doing it. When he learned about it, he wanted to learn it and do it, and he started doing it. He was really good at it. He made a lot of stained glass windows and lamps for many people. Um, he was very creative, and I think I just said he was in the Merchant Marines. He went to Vietnam in the Merchant Marines. That was before I knew him. And when the time I knew him, when he was doing stained glass and all, he was a bouncer in some local bars. He was tough like that. He knew how to talk to people, um, how to talk people down when they were, like ready to get in a fight and all that kind of thing. He was a good talker. And after Bob and I came to Jesus, I told you in past episodes in my season 1, or was it season 2? I'm sorry, season 2, when I was in California, I told you about how we came to Jesus and we got on fire and we started telling everybody. Well, Kenny was one of those, seeds we planted. Oh, I guess maybe seeds were before us, but we watered the seeds and helped them grow for sure. And Kenny came to Jesus um, after me and Bob, and he really, really, I mean, great example of becoming born again, and um, started living the life. And he moved to Las Vegas after we moved to California. The parents, Bob's parents, moved to Las Vegas, and Kenny followed them, um, moved there shortly after them. And in Las Vegas, he became a prison chaplain. And he had many stories about that, about him working with the prisoners. In fact, he made a cassette tapes of stories, and he was a great storyteller. And maybe somehow I can work it out to share those on YouTube. I hope I can do that. Kenny never took care of his health, you know. He always ate whatever he felt like. He always had the belly on him, even when he was young. I remember his 30th birthday really clearly because he was so depressed. He was in a really deep, dark depression on his 30th birthday, and all his friends came over and wanted to celebrate, and he was just really down. He was no fun at all. Um, Bob and I, because I told you in past episodes how we were always health conscious and always ate very healthy, and um, we used to always get on Kenny for his bad eating habits, and we always thought, Bob and I always thought that Kenny was going to have a heart attack before he was 50 because of the way he ate, and it turned out that he lived 20 years longer than Bob. You never know. You never know how life is going to work out for you. So after Bob died 20 years ago, I'm saying 20 years ago, but it wasn't that long. I'm a little confused in my head. Okay, Bob died, I think it was like about 12 years ago. He Anyway, Bob was 56 when he died. Kenny's 76. But Kenny was only 6 years older than Bob, so you could figure it out. Anyway, after Bob passed, um, my sons, especially, um, grew close to their uncle. You know, I'm sure he reminded him of their dad, and Uncle Kenny was happy to have a good relationship with my boys because Kenny had no sons of his own. He was married for about, I think he was married 8 years and didn't work out, never had kids. So he loved my kids, and he was their uncle. And they kept in touch, at least the boys kept in touch a lot. They were close to him. They saw him several times. My one son lived out there in Las Vegas a little while after the dad passed. He lived with him, near Uncle Kenny and the other uncle, the younger uncle. Um, so I kept in touch also, but not as often like my boys did. Um, I would talk to Kenny every couple of years, and Kenny never held it against me about the divorce. He always called me his sister-in-law. He always said he loved me, called me his sister-in-law. We had many good conversations and prayers together. Um, he was a really good friend. I loved him, and I feel really bad. Um, I knew that he was suffering a lot and that he couldn't last much longer. I wanted to go visit him after my couple months ago. I was really wanting to go visit him, and I looked up the plane fares and everything, and because he was in a nursing home, I was thinking, you know, because of COVID, I was thinking they might not even let me in to see him. And the plane fares were very expensive. Um, so I didn't go. And but I'm so thankful that I did speak with him recently, and it was beautiful. And now getting together with family, with my kids, and with um, their other uncle and cousins and all. I might be going out there to Las Vegas for services or just to be with family. Don't know yet exactly because this all just happened yesterday. But I did want to give him the moment on YouTube. He deserves it. He was a good man, prison chaplain. He did a lot of good in his life. And just to let you know, I'll be back as soon as I can and keep on talking about my story. And thanks for watching and caring. God bless.